The Tri-Deck Super Yacht in front of us is a Benetti Classic 121. Now this 121 Classic model for Benetti was an extremely popular model for them. You can have 5 staterooms, sleeping up to 12 guests if you use the Pullman berths. This specific model is a 2011 model, but it has had a refit in 2022. It's listed for sale by the FGI Yacht Group. So let's go ahead and get started with this Super Yacht tour. Really quick before we step on board, here is a profile shot. And then we'll see back here, there is a garage door, but we'll try to check that out from the inside. But if we step up here, we'll end up on the aft deck. So here you'll see this beautiful table in the middle, and this is expandable. Then you have an extremely large bench seating area with, of course, the chairs that wrap around the table. These steps will lead up to the bridge deck aft. But before we get there, we are going to head inside this beautiful super yacht, and you're going to notice all of the gorgeous hardwoods, and there's also plenty of beautiful marble all throughout the yacht. So let's step inside, and these are powered doors, so if we just step a little close to them, they'll open up. Right back here, we have a bar area equipped with a sink, refrigerator, and ice maker. Here you'll see all of the seating for the main salon. And there's also the TV that pops up over on this side. And with the refit work, they have added some beautiful LED lights in the ceiling. Then continuing forward, you will find the formal dining area. And then continuing forward on this main deck, here's that beautiful marble I was talking about. And this yacht does have the main deck owner suite. But first, here is the day head for this level. And then if we step into here, you'll see they have a desk area. And then if we take a couple of steps up, you will find your way into the owner suite. You can see the large TV up on the wall, your king bed in the middle of the room, and this is the full beam of the yacht. I don't think I mentioned it before, but officially this yacht is 121 feet and 1 inch. The beam is 27 feet, and you have a draft of 7 feet. You have some seating over here, and there are a couple of pretty large windows. Right now they're a little bit covered by the blinds. But then here we'll find a beautiful walk-in closet. Let's step all the way in here. Over here on this side of the room is where you find the ensuite. So we have the double vanity. And let me know what you think of the marble in the floor. I think it looks pretty incredible. And that continues over here where you have your toilet. And there is a pretty large window up here that's covered by a blind. And then over here behind the door, we have this incredible teak floored steam shower. So you can see all the different nozzles right there, the shower head, and of course, the rainfall shower as well. And you have your storage and a bench on this backside. And then if that first closet wasn't enough storage for you, don't worry. You have a second walk-in closet right over here. And this one is actually about the same size, maybe a little bit bigger than the first one. So you're definitely not going to run out of storage in here. And then to get to the guest cabins, we have 4 guest cabins down these stairs. You have this beautiful landing. And then you have twin VIP cabins, and these 2 cabins are mirrored. I like the design of the teak in the floor of the shower. You also have the bench. You have your TV up on the wall, and then you have your closet. Right here you can see these handles. I'll open up just one of these. And then here, you have controls for all of your AV equipment as well as a safe. Like I said, these 2 areas are mirrored. So the same setup on this side. And then if we move back here, we have the 4th and 5th cabins. And I talk about it often. So here you can see the 2 single beds, and then this is what it looks like when a Pullman berth is actually down. Oftentimes I just point it out when it's flush with the wall. So here you can see what it looks like with that extra bunk. In this room we'll have its ensuite forward, as well as a closet right here. And you have that same floor pattern, all of the same exquisite woods on the wall, all throughout the yacht. Always like to see when the last or smallest cabins are finished in the exact same quality as the owner's cabin. And I like how there's a door stop right back here, so you're not going to slam this door into the glass wall or the glass door. It'll just snap into place. And then last but not least, we have one more cabin over here. And here, this is the exact same thing, and this is what it looks like with the Pullman berth flush to the wall. So this is really great because it doesn't take up a lot of space at all, but you can add the extra space for the extra person if you need to. And then on the other side of the room, same thing. You have that beautiful floor. And the shower behind the door. So you have to let me know what you think of these cabins. Do you think you would enjoy staying in these? I'd love to hear your thoughts. But now we've seen all the cabins, so it's time to explore the rest of this super yacht. And before we head upstairs, let's do a quick look into the crew domain. We're back in the dining room, and if we loop around here, you will find a little mess for the crew. It's actually finished really nicely in here. You have that same woodwork. There's a side access door. You have a bunch of refrigeration for wine. You have your cold storage, fridge and freezer. You have prep space right here. And then here you'll find the galley. It's finished extremely nicely in here with that same woodwork. And you have a large Miele oven, your cooktop, and I like how you have the exhaust overhead. and some additional cold storage right here. Now down these stairs to our left is where the crew cabins are. We're not going to go down there for this tour, but there is another crew mess down there. So they have lots of space. And we will just backpedal out of here. So now we're going to head to the upper deck. So if we head up this staircase, I think we will start with the bridge, which is all the way forward, of course. You have side access doors on both sides of this room. You have your electrical panel behind here. And then it's currently in use, but the captain's cabin is actually located right here. So he's very close to the helm station. And then if we step through this door, this will lead us to the Sky Lounge. And as you'll see, this is another beautiful room. You have another bar back here. So I like how each area has its own little bar set up. And it looks like there's actually a dumbwaiter right here. So the crew can easily send things up and down as you need to restock this area. And you have another fridge and ice maker behind these doors. Typically, and this isn't always the case, but typically whenever you see the door that's vented, oftentimes that indicates you have a fridge or ice maker back there. Just a little FYI. But that's not always the case. I have been on some boats where there's just storage behind there, so it all kind of depends. And then on this opposite side of the room, you do have this huge TV down here. So you can move these chairs out of the way if you want to watch the big game or just watch a movie with your friends and family. And once again, you have really nice accent lighting in the ceiling. So now we're going to step out to the bridge deck aft. In this door, you can see it has a slight curve to it, and this is also powered automatically. So you could set this up to where you have to push the button to open it, but currently it's set up for just automatic use. So if we just step close enough, this will open right up onto this bridge deck. You have another beautiful dining area out here. You have this high gloss table with the stainless steel accents. Moving back, we have another little seating area. This would be another great place for a morning cup of coffee. And then you have another bar over here, so you have the built-in bar stools. And then your sink, and we'll open some of these up. Looks like an ice maker. And a refrigerator. And you also have additional storage over here underneath the TV. And like I mentioned in the intro, this is a tri-deck super yacht, which obviously that's pretty straightforward. That means you have 3 different decks to enjoy. So we're gonna head up to the highest deck. This is the sun deck. And it is a beautiful place to hang out on a gorgeous day like today. We'll start all the way aft. You can see you have a seating area right here, pretty casual. And then you have the deck loungers. And then you do have the hardtop overhead. You can see your radar and satellite domes up there. And then if we move forward on this sun deck, Once again, more bar stools built in. You have a sink. And then we'll just do one of these. But you have a fridge, and the ice maker is on the other side. And then I know I talked about the vents earlier. Let's see if there's anything in this one. Yep, you have another fridge in here. It's not always a giveaway, but it definitely helps. And this will most likely just be storage. Let's see if my theory is holding true. Yes, it is. Whew. Sometimes I actually know what I'm talking about. But most of the time, it's questionable. And then all the way forward, you have this beautiful jacuzzi that's built right into this deck. And you have sun pads flanking either side. So whether you're in the hot tub or out of it, you can be a part of the action. And there's more sun pads over here, just a smaller section. And I also noticed you have the built-in shower right up here on the sun deck. And you'll see the teak floor that drains right here. Overall, I'm very impressed with this sun deck. I'm honestly just very impressed with this yacht. It's easy to see why this classic 121 model for Benetti is such a popular model for a multitude of uses. So now we're going to head up to the foredeck. So I think we'll just take all of these stairs down. This brings us back to the aft deck where we started. And if we loop around, we should have the deck that leads us all the way forward. Right here, this Heaton yacht is actually Lady L, and I do have a full yacht tour of that on the channel. I filmed that back in March at the Palm Beach show. So if you haven't seen that for some reason, maybe I'll link it down below, but that is another incredible yacht. Also right here, I'm not gonna open this up, but I believe this is the wing station. So the captain can easily dock this vessel in tandem with the crew. We have a Portuguese bridge. Your walkway is in the middle. And then if we continue down, this is more of the business end up here on the foredeck. And I guess theoretically, if you wanted to, you could throw sun pads onto these areas, but you have so much other space to lay out, I don't think you'd ever have to. Now we're gonna head back down the side deck on the opposite side. We will do a full 360 walk of the super yacht. And now we're gonna head through this door to check out the engine room. And then if we move forward, you will find the two engines. You have your generator on the far side, and there's one opposite of that where we first came in. And then this yacht comes with a pair of Cat, I believe these are C32 engines. Your top speed is 18 knots. You can cruise at 12 knots. And I read online you can get about 3,000 nautical miles of range, depending on your cruising speed. Ooh, it's really hot in this engine room, so let's get out of here. And I think we have seen every area we possibly can on this beautiful Benetti yacht. So thank you to FGI Yacht Group for letting me do this tour. I'm going to link this listing of theirs down in the description, so if you want to check it out in greater detail, you can do so. Thank you so much for the crew. They were very accommodating, and we will catch you next time.